Okay, hi. Here is the conclusion of our little Bible study. So, we perused through Scripture, Old Testament through New Testament. Like I said, it wasn't in great detail. It was just what the Spirit had led me to read for this morning. Feel free to, like I said, add any in the comments that you think or you had been impacted by. Okay, let me get my thoughts together. There's so much. I'm not promoting, obviously, like going and burning down government buildings, or I'm not, we got to still live in peace, but to a point. We still are the light of the world, like Yeshua said, and I think it's more important to talk to people and help people think, again, because they're not. I think that's a bigger testimony. I think standing up, like we read, against the wrongs of the rulers and the governing officials is important too. And realizing who our true authority is, and that's Yahweh, the Most High. Let me say a couple points on that. So, kind of as a side note, I've stopped going to church again. One, because I just don't see them standing up in this time. I love my friends there. I don't really need it at this time because I don't feel they're addressing things that need to be addressed. And I'm not trying to be high and mighty, it's just the way it is. I've been praying about the true Sabbath being on Saturday. So pray along with me. My husband and I are both praying about that and waiting for our new start there. So that's another reason I haven't been going to church. I still listen to teachings, still reading the Bible, of course, talking to others. But seeing how the church is listening to these rulers and officials, it just doesn't make sense. My church specifically asked for face coverings, and I don't agree with that at all. And I talked about that in an earlier video. Anyways, back to my point of truly seeking Yahweh's authority in our life. Because as Christ followers, as Yeshua followers, that's what we say. Yahweh is my Most High authority. But I think believers have lost a lot of that way of living. And I'm not perfect. I'm not saying that. I got it all together. I'm still learning. But there's many commands that we still don't follow that maybe we should, and pray about that. Take, for example, I'm going to say, the Vexed kind of, I've talked to so many other Christian moms about that, and I'm telling you, those vaxes are evil. And even my Christian friends, some of them aren't my friends anymore, do not believe me. Where does it say in Scripture that we need to go to these things? It doesn't. The authorities say we need to go to these things. That's not of Yahweh. If you know anything about your body, it's just fear-based and lie-based. Like I said, Yahweh has to be our final authority. What's really right? And what we see in Scripture over and over is that Yahweh's people, those who believed in him, stood up against the authorities. I just remembered also, obviously, the Daniel in the Lion's Den story. Ironically, all of these stories were taught in Sunday school, when I was 3, 4, 5 years old and up. So what should we be teaching our children? There's another point. Because this next generation is being set up for failure and set up for submission to the wrong authority. Those men in Scripture stood up even though there were consequences. People always stood up. And you know what? I'm coming to the point, the reason I read the 2 Psalms were because God, Yahweh, will protect us. I even more so look for protection for my daughter than I do myself. Don't doubt that Yahweh will protect you. Don't doubt that you can't go out there and tell the truth. And that Yahweh won't send his angels from heaven to be around you. And you don't know whose eyes you'll open up. You don't have to pound the Bible over their head with it. That can come later to have them understand the truth. But the Bible never speaks about authority as someone that should be revered and listened to wholeheartedly, except in Romans 13, which, I'm sorry, take it out. It doesn't even make sense according to everything else that Yahweh commands us to do. It just doesn't. And forget the mindset that the Old Testament was the Old Testament, and that's different, and those were kings, and come on, who's acting like a king now? Your governor? The mayors? The officials? I'm using the terms from the scripture, especially in Daniel. The military? The police? No. So anyways, that's the conclusion. You pray about your own conclusions. And I pray blessings over you, Yahweh's protection. He will come to your aid. He will set you free from the lies, and you just follow the Spirit's leading, the Ruach's leading. Okay? Bye.